Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to the ranking member. The Army's 23 arsenals, depots, and ammunition plants play a critical and crucial role in supporting the warfighter through sustaining readiness requirements across the joint force. In my district, it includes the Hawthorne Army Depot, which, apart from storing conventional munitions, has been tasked with demilitarizing and disposing of unserviceable, obsolete, and surplus munitions. On March 20th, the EPA released a proposed rule to revise the standards for the open burn, open detonation of waste explosive. This rule affects 67 Resource Conservation and Recovery Act OBM facilities, including Hawthorne Army Depot in my district, even though the installation currently has permits until 2029 and 2023. The proposed rule would require the implementation of identified viable alternatives in lieu of OBOM. This means that no matter the cost, OBOM facilities must evaluate and reevaluate whether safe alternative technologies are available, and facilities must use those alternatives. EPA is estimating that this rule could cost the installations between $6 million to $28 million annually. For rural installations such as the ones in my district, this amount of money is just staggering. I don't have to tell you that smaller installations, which often have little to no active duty, receive much less attention than their larger counterparts. So I worry that this rule will only exacerbate that issue. While I understand the need to invest in alternative technologies and address the environmental impacts these practices cause, I'm concerned that this rule will have wide implications for installations such as Hawthorne. Secretary Wormuth and General George, are you aware of this proposed rule and the impacts that it will have on Army depots across the United States?
Thank you, Congressman. Yes, I am broadly aware of that EPA rule on open burn facilities, and certainly I think you are correct. It could have significant implications for Hawthorne. So I think this is something that we need to look into to better understand precisely what those impacts would be. I would like to have our Army Materiel Command, which oversees our arsenals and depots, look into that and be in touch with your staff, because I think we want to understand what those implications are. As you said in your statement, in some cases we've been able to find alternative technologies to allow us to do that kind of demilitarization in a different way. But I think this is something we need to dig into a little more, and we would do that with you.
Well, I would like to work with you on that to address this issue, so that installations such as Hawthorne are not adversely impacted by this proposed rule. So I'll follow up with you. Also, as you know, Hawthorne, which is housed on over 140,000 acres and provides an explosive storage capacity of 7,685,000 square feet. Can you please outline the steps that you're taking to address the special requirements and funding needs of the smaller rural installations in order to ensure proper maintenance and readiness at these crucial sites?
Certainly, in broad terms, I can do that. All 23 of our arsenals, ammo plants, and depots are critically important to our organic industrial base. And through the leadership of Army Materiel Command, we have a 15-year facilities investment plan and an organic industrial base plan that looks at our investments. And we look at each of them individually to try to determine what their current and future requirements are. And then we basically bring that into our budgeting process to try to make sure that we are investing in those facilities in the way that's needed. I'll be honest, given our top line, we don't always have all the money we need to get to everything right away, but we do have a 15-year plan.
Thank you. And again, I'd like to follow up on a few items specific to Hawthorne, some of the issues that I've been able to work with the chairman and the ranking member on in the past. I do not want these installations to be forgotten or ignored. We have critical needs throughout, but places like Hawthorne and other rural installations are vitally important as well and should be given priority. So with that, I yield back.